before you get started, absolutely critical. You have to have a bank account for the business. I think you should have an entity for the business, hands down. If you start without an entity for the business, then when you have an entity, it starts getting confusing about, did I pay for that out of my own checkbook? Did I pay for that out of the business? And reconciling the two is very frustrating, even if it's only a month of an overlap time. So the suggestion is to set up an entity. Also, as just a metaphorical way of saying to yourself, I've kind of given birth to this new thing called a business. And now I have to think about what the responsibilities are in terms of taxes and in terms of the profits that we're making and the costs that we're experiencing, and to be able to reconcile all that in one bank account enables you to have vision or clarity on what your business is doing. If you pay for a lot of things out of your own pocket, you really have no visibility there. So I would say get that out of the way. In terms of legal stuff, I think legal stuff is often overrated and overpaid for. I mean, yes, you can focus a lot of time on trademarks and patent possibilities and all of this stuff, but also until you have something that is worth something to anybody, no one's going to want to take it to begin with. So do you want to spend the money on protecting yourself to no end, or do you want to spend your time and money on just developing something to show for yourself? And my suggestion perhaps is that you'll know when you have to trademark and patent stuff. I mean, it will be clear to you that, well, someone's interested in what I'm doing, so I better protect it. Until then, I mean, it's just my opinion is maybe you should hold off. And then trying to get a few other people who are passionate about what you're doing. And this doesn't mean you should hire employees right away, but you should reach out to people that have similar interests and pass this idea by them, and see if they show some resonance with the idea and some interest in being involved. I mean, these types of partnerships, they start early on as just casual mentorships in some ways, or just in communications, and then they can evolve into being a part of a team. But early on, getting that feedback gives you a real reality check. There's another term that we use on our team called being drunk on Behance. And the concept is that the more we get involved, the less we can trust our judgment on decisions around how to present the business, how to communicate it. And this is probably one of the things that startup teams are constantly struggling with, is how do I make sure the decisions I'm making aren't only good for our team that has a complete understanding of the business, but are good for the ordinary consumer.